Punjabis with what weapons they had, but there were no signs of any Punjabi dead. The local Bengali commander describes what happened.
The Punjabis were here and they took position against the Liberation Army from here, and they fired the 3-inch mortar from here, and they killed so many innocent Bengali Liberation Army and the innocent Bengali people of the citizen of this town.
But they aren't here now.
And
what happened?
we resist them. We resist them with our weapons, and just at 4 p.m.
4 a.m.
4 a.m. Yes, sorry. 4 a.m. they retreat from here, and when they retreat, they burnt all the houses of the innocent Bengali peoples, and killed brutally to them through their bayonets and through fire.
Everywhere in Jessore there was evidence of the savagery with which all civil wars are fought. Here in the courtyard of one villa, an old man and his family, 3 women and their babies, were bayoneted to death. This was Dhaka, the capital of East Pakistan, a few days after the army had moved in to crush the Bangladesh secession. Eyewitnesses said 24 entire blocks of the city had been flattened, and as many as 6,000 inhabitants killed. 500 of the dead were students and their teachers. It's alleged this was an attempt by the Western government to deprive the East of future leadership. The army also put an end to any effective armed resistance by rounding up 500 policemen who were known to support Sheikh Mujib and executing them. It's estimated a total of 35,000 Bengalis have been killed throughout the country. One Western diplomat said the army committed mass murder. Less than 6 months after the cyclone disaster, East Bengal is again awash with refugees. The civil war has driven them from their homes in the cities, and 250,000 of them have already fled into neighbouring India. Thousands of fleeing refugees has been a recurring scene in East Bengal ever since it became part of Pakistan in 1947 on the breakup of the British Raj. The question of economic aid inevitably involves the major powers. East Bengal doesn't fit tidily into the Cold War spectrum. President Yahya Khan's government has Western connections through membership of the defense alliances, CENTO and CIETO, and more significantly has close ties with communist China. East Bengal, on the other hand, has only one friend, India, and India has close ties with the Soviet Union. But even though it's shown sympathy towards Bangladesh and opened up its borders to the floods of refugees, India has not so far extended official recognition of the breakaway state. Nevertheless, India feels herself involved in the events on her borders, and she's been outspoken in her attacks on President Yahya's army. The allegations were spelt out by Foreign Affairs spokesman S.K. Singh. Even before the fighting began, it was clear that President Yahya's only hope of a speedy end to the secession would be by a sudden, ruthless onslaught. This, by all accounts, he's done, but the longer-term problems still remain. East Pakistan provides ideal conditions for prolonged guerrilla warfare, and it could well be that the Punjabis will find themselves tied down in a Vietnam-type confrontation which might drag on for years. This is the town of Kustia, which the Bengalis were forced to evacuate in the face of the advancing West Pakistani forces. Among the handful of people who'd stayed behind to fight for the cause of Bangladesh was Muhammad Ali Nawaz, a businessman who'd lost everything in Dhaka and was determined to flee no further.
You see, first thing that if everybody fled out from the city, then who will boost up the morale of the local people? Because in our locality, we have never faced such type of war. So we are the few people, especially younger generation, we need to boost up the morale of the local people. That's why we are here. And for another reason that we need to organize something to face the enemy soldiers.
What will happen to you if the army comes here to Kustia?
If army comes to the Kustia, we'll try to face them. And if we cannot face them, we'll again try to reorganize and again face them. And this will be our motto.
You're committed to a real guerrilla war.
Yes, we'll go, we have to continue for guerrilla war after that. Because now we are fighting front to front, and if we are defeated, then we'll go for guerrilla tactics.